Hi everyone. In this video, we are going to see that how we can create users, how we can create security groups in Windows Server 2022. And after creating users and groups, we would like to verify that we are able to use those user accounts from some client machine. And for that, I have Windows 10 machine, which will be working as a client. And now to create user accounts, I have this Windows Server 2022. And to create user accounts, first of all, I'm going to launch Server Manager. Just click on this Start button and then you go to Server Manager. And now to create user account, you have to go on the right hand side, have on Tools, click Tools, and then we have here Active Directory users and computers. Actually, on this virtual machine, I have already installed Windows Server 2022, which I have mentioned, but I have also installed Active Directory domain services, and I have a video on that. You can see how we can install it. But now, as we already have Active Directory installed, we can see here in this option, you can use this option to create Active Directory users and computers. So simply click on this option and you'll see a new window appears, and on this window you can see this Active Directory users and computers. And in this you can see we have here gd.local, that is the domain already created. And that domain, we can see we have some built-in computers, departments, domain controller, and there are some different organizational unit. So now to create different users, first of all, I'm going to create an organizational unit. So organizational unit, you can say that this is simply a container. In that container, we can create further security groups. And in those security groups, we can have different users. So for example, I'm going to create a new organizational unit. So in this domain, just click on gd.local. So that is the name of the domain which I have created in my previous video. So in this, we simply right click and then click on new, and then if you see here, this is an option to create an organizational unit. And I'm going to simply say that this is actually an organizational unit with name university. Okay, and now you can see this is a new organizational unit which has been created, and within that organizational unit I'm going to create a security group or simply group. So simply right click there and click new here, and here you can create group. So in that case we can have one, maybe in university we can have teachers group, and then there's a different scope of the groups. So domain local, global, universal. In our case, in most of the cases, global is the preferred one, and then there are group types of security, and then maybe distribution for emails one. But we have to create this. Click on security, click OK, and so this is our first group. In the same way, we can create our second group. For example, we can go to new, and then we can say the second group will be for students. So I'm going to say students. This will be our second group here in this organizational unit. So once we have created these security groups, we can create users within that group. And so for that, maybe we can create user accounts in this users here. You can see here we have multiple users here. So I'm going to use this folder where we can create for the users, or maybe I can select this domain as well. So in this domain, you can see if you right click and click new, then there is an option to create user accounts. You can see here, but you can also create user accounts. You can also create user accounts simply in this users. So right click here on users, click say new, and then maybe click users. So very first user account which I'm creating is, let's say, teacher1, and then there can be first name, and in the same way there can be last name. But in reality, when we are creating these accounts, we take first name of the user and maybe the last name. But in my case, I'm simply selecting first name, and then logon, user logon name, I'm selecting teacher1 and click next. And then there is one option that user must change password at next login. User cannot change password, password never expires, account is disabled. So these are some options, they are very much clear from these sentences what they mean. So I don't want user to change password at next login, but this is always recommended to check this option so that user must be able to change its password. So in my case, I'm not selecting this option, simply uncheck it and then give this password here. There should be combination of numbers and letters, and also special characters is highly recommended that you create a password which must be stronger. So I have created the password and then click next and then say finish. So after that, you can see here we have this teacher as a user account we have created. In the same way, we can have maybe one more account, and that account will go to students group. So I'm going to create an account here, user account, click user, and here in this time we are saying student 1 maybe. And then here use a logon name, I'm selecting student 1, but in reality actually, as you know, this should be first name and here you should have the last name, but just for this demonstration purpose I'm selecting student 1. So now you need to click next, and is already in this enterprise. Maybe if we can, the one user is already there, maybe I select teacher, student 3, and here also I select student 3 and click next. And here again we need to select a password, and you must choose a password which you should be able to remember, but that should be secure. And then we simply click next, and you can see this username or the user account has been created, and then we simply click finish. And now you can see teacher 1 and student 3, these usernames have been created. And after that we can simply move these user accounts to our security groups which we have in university. One is security group is teachers, second group security group is students. So I'm going to move this teacher 1 user account to, maybe we can see here, simply click add to a group, and which group? So this teacher 1 account, I would like to move this to teachers security group. I type teachers, and then to verify its name, simply click check names. This name is there, and then simply say okay. So you can see the add to group operation was successfully completed. Click OK. And the same way we are going to click on student 3, and I want to add this user account to group student. So simply here I have to write select group students and then check names. Yes, their name is there, and simply click OK. So now you can see to add group operation was successfully completed. Okay, so it means now in this university, which is actually organizational unit, in that organizational unit we have created 2 security groups, and within that security group we have added a user account. For example, in the students, if we click here, right click, and then if we click on properties, we can click on members, and in this members you can see in this students group we have an account that is student 3, which is a member of this. Okay, and the same way we can verify who is the member in this group, in teachers group. So we need to click right click there and then click on properties and click on members, and you can see that for this group this is the user account which is member of the security group. Okay, and then simply this. So now the main purpose of creating these group security groups is that, or maybe organizational unit. So main purpose of this is that we can apply some security settings to those groups. For example, we can say that we can give some special permissions to the students group, and then some other special permissions to maybe teachers group. And teachers group means all the user accounts which are in that group, in the teachers group. So in this way, we can have some specific policy, specific security settings for some specific groups. And now to verify that the accounts which we have created on Windows Server 2022, they are really working. For that, we can simply use our Windows 10 machine, which is working as a client. So we can use maybe student 3. I just tried a student 3. Now we can also use teacher 1 account, which we just created. So maybe I'm going to use teacher 1 account, and then we need to remember our password, which we set for this teacher 1 account. So I'm going to use that password and then simply click here, or maybe press enter, and you can see this is welcome message, and it may take some time to create profile for this user, which we just created on Windows Server 2022. And after a few moments we'll see that on Windows 10, yes, you can see that on Windows 10 we are logged in as a teacher 1 user account, which we created on Windows Server 2022. So that's it, and this was a very simple video to create user accounts and group. Hopefully these settings will be useful for some other videos in Windows Server 2022 series. And thank you very much. Hope to see you in some other video. Thanks.